Hey Rangers fans, welcome to this latest edition of Bleeding Blue Shirts, or maybe we should call it group therapy for Blue Shirt fans this week. John Giannone, Steve Valiquette. As we speak, Steve, we come off of 3 straight losses for the Rangers. It was in Anaheim against the worst team in the NHL. Then the game against Edmonton at the Garden on Saturday, where the Rangers allow 4 in the third and lose 4-3. Then the game on Monday against the Devils at the Garden, where the Rangers allow 4 in a row after going up 2-0. So on the scale of moderately concerned to full-blown crisis, where do you sit?
I sit right on the fence, and that doesn't really help anybody. But I do understand, John, there needs to be change. And I think that the change that you and I would agree on would be just the change of energy that surrounds the team. Because from watching them right now, everybody knows that they don't have confidence when they're up and they have to secure a win. There's enough evidence there to show after 23 games that they're not very confident in being a contender right now. What I see is that the team right now is an underdog. They're a playoff contender, but they're not a Stanley Cup contender. And there's a big difference in expectations there. And there's a difference in the psyche of the athlete. So what I would urge the group to understand right now is that we are below the playoff cut line. Let's get our energy in the right direction. Let's everybody do our jobs, and let's take care of business with a chip on our shoulder, the way that we did last year in November when everybody was telling us we weren't good enough, and we proved it to ourselves and we proved it to the hockey world. And more importantly, the fan base had that feeling of let's jump on board with this club because we love what they're doing and it's exciting to follow this hockey club. So they play against the Devils. The Devils have played 23 games this season. They've only lost 4 games in regulation. The Rangers have played 23 games. They've lost 9 games in regulation. All right, so a difference of 5 games. Then I want to look at the expected goals that the Devils have played in their games thus far. Based on that, wins and losses, scoring chances. They've won the scoring chances battle 18 times. They've lost it 5. That reflects their very good record, right? Now the Rangers, they have won the expected goals, scoring chance battle 17 times. They've lost 6. Their record should be better. We know that we don't like what we see right now. They know that, but they're still playing well enough to have won more. And is that why they are broken up about where the record is right now? I mean, what are your thoughts?
So that brings me to then this question, because we know what Igor Shesterkin did after the Devils game. He heaped all the responsibility on his own shoulders. Is that unfair? And extrapolating over the course of the whole season, if Igor this year played like Igor last year, would we be talking about any of this?
We wouldn't be having the conversation, okay? We wouldn't be. This team would be in first place if Igor. The problem with Igor is he's so darn good that the expectations are so high. Look, we're talking about the first goal that Thomas Tatar scores in the Devils game. Now, here's what I see. Igor is leaving early to go and make what he believes is a pass that Tatar is going to make to Hischier on the back door. Lindgren does his job positionally and really forces the shot. Shesterkin is reading pass when he should just be on the shot because he's got the skill set, he's got the physical speed, he's got the technical movements to be able to be squarely on that puck and be able to beat the pass and make a save on Hischier anyway. The low east to west pass, and you know that I bring this up a lot, it's how goals are scored in the NHL most frequently. It's the low pass from one side of the ice to the other below the hash marks. At this point in the season, Igor has allowed 5 goals on 12 of those passes. Is that why he's jumping for Hischier early? Because of 5 goals that he's allowed in this year? Last season, on a full season, he had 42 of those east to west low below the hash mark chances against, 42. He gave up 12 goals. Right now, he's on pace for giving up 20. Is he jumping because he's given up 5 and he doesn't want to give up a 6th? But now what does he do? He pays the price by Tatar beating him short side. Now, Igor's allowed 5 low danger goals, not 15, 5. All right. So it's not as catastrophic as some people may think, but here's the best goalie in the league, just not playing like the best goalie in the league. And it's certainly hurting the overall outcome for the Rangers.
It's all food for thought. And the next time we convene on Bleeding Blue Shirts, perhaps what we just talked about will be the springboard to better things. We shall find out. Stevie, as always, thanks for the thoughts, bud.
All right. Thanks, buddy.